Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing something that I've never done before. We are going to be tiling a kitchen backsplash because why not do something that you've never done before and film it for everyone to see all the mistakes that you're probably gonna make, right? Okay, I've been looking at backsplashes, well, I don't even know, for a long time now. It feels like ever since I painted the kitchen cabinets, and that's why I kind of jumped to start doing other rooms because I couldn't make up my mind and I didn't want to rush and make a decision that I would regret later, especially something like backsplash that you can't easily undo. So I think I'm just gonna go with a basic, this is like a large subway tile. Turns out I don't really care for backsplash. It's one of the reasons that I filled in at the top of the cabinets because I was thinking about doing some tile up there, but I don't want anything that looks busy. I don't want it to feel cluttered at all. So I'm just gonna go, that's why I'm going for a larger scale tile versus like a small 3x6 subway tile. And the grout color is gonna be super light too, surprise, surprise. But I think that'll like simplify everything because I don't want to be the backsplash to be the star of the show. I just want it to fade into the background and have something that I can wipe easily when I throw spaghetti sauce on it.
Before I lay any tile, I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting some pieces in half because I'm going to use a running bond pattern, which the first row will be a full tile and then on top of that will be a half tile, but you'll see whenever I start laying them, it'll make sense.
Okay, forget that. Okay, let's talk materials. So obviously you have your tile, and then this is tile adhesive mastic. I'm not using thin set because Google said I could use mastic and I love Google, so if it all goes wrong, Google's fault. And it's pre-mixed, so that's nice. And then this is a trowel that is going to be able to give us the correct depth that we need for the adhesive. And then I'm using these little spacers, but I'm only using them on the bottom row just to space them up off the countertop a little bit. I'm not using them in between the tiles, and I'll show you why. So the tiles that I'm using have like a little bit of a beveled edge. So when you put them up against each other, it creates its own grout line. So that's like 1/16 of an inch, and I want it to be pretty simple. So I like that, so I'm not gonna use any more spacers. I'm just gonna grout what's already there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous because I've never done this before. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take the cut edge and put that one towards the corner because all of that's gonna be caulked. Okay, that was a pretty simple cut around the outlet, and then I'll get some longer screws and then it'll go back in like this. Okay, so this area over here is definitely not perfect, but all of that is going to be caulked anyway, so it'll just cover that and you won't see it. Okay, now I'm going to have to rip some tiles, cut some tiles to be thinner for this top piece. So I'm just going to mark where they need to be cut and then go cut them. Turns out I'm alright at tile. And I'm really good at making a mess. I don't think it's supposed to be this messy, but it's alright for my first time, I guess.
Okay, this is how I'm cutting out around the outlets. I'm just cutting down each side and then I'm making small cuts like to the depth that I need, just really close together, and they're breaking off. And then if the ones that don't break off, I'm kind of just grinding them off a little bit until it makes like the perfect shape that I need.
Okay, I need to do back here behind the stove, but I don't want the tiles to like start sagging because obviously there's no countertop here. So we're just gonna put a level right here in between the two and then a board right under that so the tile will have something to sit on. I'm not even gonna pretend like that cut didn't take me 3 tries. And I'm not doing it again. So, but you can't even tell where it broke, and plus that's gonna be caulked, but it was just a little bit too much to caulk, so that's how it's staying. See, you can barely even tell where the little crack is. Just when I start to get a little cocky, something like that happens. But so many of you comment like, oh, you make it look so easy. But seriously, this is easy, but that doesn't mean that things like that aren't going to happen. So I just want to keep that in to show you, like, it is easy, but not quite as easy as it looks with YouTube editing magic. Let's try this one more time. The last piece. Oh my gosh, my back hurts. Okay, we let the tile dry overnight. It is on there good, and now we can go ahead and grout. Okay, just a couple more small things to do before this backsplash is done. We need to put the outlets, get them back working, and then caulk everything, of course. Okay, these are little outlet extenders. Turns out I don't need longer screws, I just need a few of these. So you can fold them up like this, and then you put it behind your outlet behind there, and it pulls it out. And so it'll pull it out a little bit as much as you need, so it'll fit with the new backsplash. Okay, this is how you know whether you need more of those little extenders or not. When you go to put this on, this is not flush, it's behind the cover, and so I'm gonna just add one more so it's like the perfect, sticks out the perfect length. Okay, final thoughts on this project. It really is a beginner project that most people can do. You don't have to have a tile saw. I borrowed one from a friend. I also know that Home Depot rents them, so you can do that. It also helped that I used a very simple tile pattern for my first time tiling. I do think that helped the situation. But yeah, I did not like spreading the mastic, although the mastic worked well. Grouting was okay, but my favorite part was cutting the tiles. It was kind of like putting together a puzzle, so I did enjoy that. Thanks so much for sticking around for another video. We still have lots of projects left, so make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any of them. Bye!